Students, in the last video we have started with the chapter first, that is production and management of crops, in which we have discussed about what are crops, what are the different types of crops, and we discussed the term agriculture, horticulture. We also discussed the types of crops based according to the seasons, that is rabi crops, kharif crop and zaid crop. Now we will move on to the next part of the chapter, that is agricultural practices. We have studied that crops are sown and grown in the field by the farmers, and then they come to us in the form of food. Now, what practices are performed, what tasks are performed by a farmer to grow these crops on a large scale? It's not an easy job. The farmer has to go through a lot of steps to bring the food to us. The first is preparation of soil. Soil is the most important part that a plant needs. Without soil, there is no support, no anchoring to the roots. So, soil has to be of good quality. Now, what all the farmer does for preparing the soil, let's study. So, for the preparation of soil, there are some tools that are accessed by a farmer, that is a hoe, pickaxe, rake, shovel, spade, or a garden fork. What is preparation of soil? It involves two steps: plowing and leveling. Plowing is turning up the soil. Now, what is the benefit of turning up the soil? We have studied that soil is made up of layers. The topmost layer is the fertile layer of the soil. This fertile layer, as and when the crop grow in that particular soil, all the nutrients are consumed by that particular crop and the topsoil is left unfertile. Now, when the farmer wants to grow the crop on the same field again, he needs to make that topsoil fertile. So, what he do is he turns up the soil. You might have also witnessed that a soil has to undergo face a lot of challenges of natural sources, that is season, wind, rainfall, sunlight, due to which the soil gets dried up, eroded away, lumps are there in the soil. So what happens when we turn up the soil, that is bringing the lower layer of the soil in the up and upper layer of the soil goes down. In this way, what happens? The soil gets aerated. Aerated means the soil receives air, the soil receives oxygen, and we know that plants need air to grow. When the soil particles are aerated, the roots can breathe easily and the plant will flourish. So, plowing is very important. As I told, plowing is done by various instruments you can see on the slide, and also a tractor you can see in the picture with a plower attached to it. What happens, you might have witnessed also this, as the tractor moves, or in some farms there is a bullock cart also for this purpose. As the bullock cart or the tractors moves, the plowers, that is the harsh spines attached to it, it goes through the soil and turns up the soil. The dried layer, it goes inside and the innermost fertile soil comes upward and the soil gets aerated. Also the dangerous microorganisms which are not useful to the crops, they also get killed up. And one more advantage is that unwanted weeds. What are weeds? Weeds are the unwanted plants that compete with the plant, the useful crop, for its nutrient. So all that unwanted plant that the farmer does not want to grow in his field, that also is removed by plowing. So plowing has the advantages: one, it aerates the soil; second, the unuseful microorganisms are killed up; third one, it helps in making the soil fertile, and the fourth is that the unwanted weeds, unwanted plants are removed through this process. So that is plowing. Now after plowing, what happens? There are lumps created in the soil. Okay, lumps are the rock like structures. The soil particles, when they come together, it makes the lumps of soil, and in that lump you can imagine that a root will not be able to penetrate, it will not be able to grow. So we need a smooth and fine layer of soil so that the roots get penetrate easily. So what we need to do is we need to break this lump, and this process of breaking of lumps of soil is called as leveling, and this leveling is done with the help of a leveler. So what does the leveler do, children? Leveler breaks up the lumps of the soil and makes the soil fertile, and also makes the soil smooth and even so that the roots can penetrate. And one more advantage is that in the next steps you will study that we need to sprinkle water for the soil, we need to sprinkle manure, fertilizers over soil. So if the soil particles are smooth enough, the manures, fertilizers, all the requirements will be fulfilled successfully, and it will be distributed evenly among the soil. Whereas if the soil will have lump, and then if we will distribute the fertilizers, manures, water in the plant, what will happen? It will not be distributed evenly, and hence will retard the plant growth. So leveling is also an important step. So here a thing to remember is preparation of soil have two important steps, that is plowing and leveling. Plowing loosens the soil, turns up the soil, and second, leveling breaks the lump of the soil. And both have specially designed instruments for each purpose respectively. Now we will move further. Now children, our soil is ready. The next step is sowing of the seeds, that is putting the seed in the soil to grow. So sowing is the process of planting. An area or object that has had seeds planted in it will be described as a sowed area. Now it also has few methods. Methods of sowing are: first, broadcasting, that is simply by the hand scattering the seeds in the field. So what will be the disadvantage of this method? That some area the seeds will be scattered more, in some area the seeds will be scattered less, so it will result in uneven distribution of seeds over the field, and hence a particular area of soil will receive much seeds, so seeds will have competition among themselves for the sunlight, water and air, and some area the seeds will be very few, so the soil will be left unutilized. This will result in the loss of the farmer. So this method is ineffective. Next is seed drill. It is a machine like structure, mechanical. There is a funnel type structure, and at the end of the funnel there are holes attached to the funnel like a comb. Comb has teeth at average distances, at regular distances a comb has teeth. Similarly, at the end of funnel there is a comb like structure, and which will have, instead of teeth, holes at particular intervals. What will happen when we put the seeds in the mouth opening of the funnel? The seeds will pass through the funnel, go through this holes which are placed at equal intervals, and these holes, when are attached to the field, it will result in the distribution of seeds evenly. Since holes are placed at particular intervals, regular intervals, so seeds will also be placed at regular distances from each other. So this seed drill is also attached to a tractor behind the tractor, and the tractor is made to run, and the seeds are continuously fed into the funnel, and the seeds are distributed over the field evenly. So all the seeds will be distributed very nicely very uniformly in rows and at equal distances. Like you all stand in a line for the assembly in equal distances, equal places, in equal rows, uniform rows, so it looks very nice. Okay, so through the seed drill methods, the seeds are planted in rows uniformly at uniform distances. Okay, next is transplantation. Transplantation, what happens? First, the seeds are grown in the nursery. From there, the healthy seeds, because all the seeds will grow into a healthy crop, that is not possible. Some seeds will be unhealthy, some will die soon, some will grow very fast. So what happens is transplantation process helps us in checking which seeds are good and which will result in healthy crop. So first, instead of placing directly the seeds onto the field and wasting up the nutrients, what happens, seeds are grown first in nursery, then the healthy plantlets, the small plantlets emerging out from them, so these healthy plantlets only will be transferred to the field. So this happens in this helps us in the selection of healthy plantlets. So 3 methods of sowing we have studied. First is broadcasting by hand, second is to the seed drill, a funnel like structure, and third is transplantation, where seed is grown first in the nursery and then transferred to the field, only the healthy plantlets emerging out from there. Understood? So we have studied here 2 processes. First is preparation of soil and second is sowing. Also remember children, before sowing we have to select the seeds also. We directly cannot pick up the seed and just spread them on the ground. We have to select which seeds are healthy. You can also select the seeds with a small experiment you can perform at your home. What you have to do is your wheat grains, your rice grains, your pulses, that are also seeds. You might have seen your mom also doing that. What she does is, before making a dal or before making rice, what she does is she first wash them with water. When we first wash them with water, when we pour water over the grains, what happens? The unhealthy ones, the lightweight ones which are unhealthy, which do not have nutrients, they come at the top and starting to float. What your mom does, your mom's rinses them out, and the healthy grains she cook for you. So you can also try it. You take a glass or a bowl, fill it with grains and fill water on it. What will happen? Unhealthy seeds will start floating at the top. This is just one method I told you. There are many methods to select useful and healthy seeds. So what does a farmer does, children, is the farmer first selects the healthy seed and then he start sowing method. Understood? I hope I am clear. If you have any doubt, you can ask me through the messages on Campus Care website. Next, the other methods, other steps we will study in the next video. Take care children. Bye bye.